There was land on the edge of nowhere, and a voice on a glowing screen said, build it outside the system, said, this is what freedom means. They came with hope in their pockets and stories they wanted to prove. A crowd could feel like a family when everyone believes the same truth. They called it the community, they called it a stand, but a vision gets heavy when it's held in one hand. Welcome to Ontario, where dream meets the ground, where the words sound louder than the silence around. You don't see the fault lines till the camera rolls back. This ain't the promise they sold you, but it's a story after the ad. After what bears in the comments, there were rules without names. Loyalty felt like shelter till it started to feel the same. Every joke had a lesson, every line had a side. And if you laughed at the wrong moment, you were standing outside. Who decides what's betrayal? Who decides what's a test? When a movement calls itself truth, what happens to the rest? This is Ontario. After the stream fades out, after the lead stays quiet, and the believers sort it out. You don't leave with nothing, you don't leave unchanged. This ain't the myth they handed you, it's what remains. Indigenous insectoids weaving you the void, drought in your brain, making you insane. Wrapping up Benjamin Fulford, living the absurd like a blue avian nerd, keeping the lines blurred. Captain Mark Richards, a secret space program drifter, getting married while in prison, making you listen, create a new religion, doing the reptilian, making you forget my sins. Super soldier tucks in prison, Nordican Draco, shape shifting in my Winnebago. Indigenous insectoids weaving you the void, drown in your brain, making you insane. Wrapping the Benjamin forward, living the absurd like a blue aviator, keeping the lines wrapping like Benjamin forward, living the absurd like a blue aviator, keeping the lines blurred. Rapping like Benjamin Fulford. Word.
Are you ready for me?
On the stripper's pole, laughing loud all for the love, but baby that's not my rabbit hole. He ain't no Saint Germain, no clown, no name. He plays the game sharp as a flame. Who's to blame for the stolen fame? A shadow dance in the devil's frame. Caught in the rabbit hole, losing control, spinning wild on the stripper pole. Laughing loud all for the love, but baby that's not my rabbit hole. City lights and sirens scream, truth and lies blend like a dream. Wicked smiles, a clever scheme, chasing gold in the neon gleam. Go in the rabbit hole, losing control, spinning wild on the stripper pole. Laughing loud all for the love, but baby that's not my rabbit hole. Fast, can't find the ground. Echoes of chaos all around. You chose this dance, this mad parade, but not every choice gets accolades. Go in the rabbit hole, losing control, spinning wild on the stripper pole. Laughing loud all for the love, but baby that's not my rabbit hole. Spinning wild on the stripper pole. Laughing loud all for the love, but baby that's not my rabbit hole. City lights and sirens scream, truth and lies blend like a dream. Wicked smiles, a clever scheme, chasing gold in the neon gleam. Going down the rabbit hole, losing control. Spinning wild on the stripper pole, laughing loud all for the lows. But baby, that's not my rabbit hole.
All right. All right. Okay. So I'm clapping. Woo! 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 Yeah. You know, I even think I have a little applause button here. We're gonna get started in today. Let's do applause. All right there. Oh, that's a long gong. All right, I'm just playing. I StreamYard has all these little sound effects. I realize that you can do, like this one. We're yay! Not my rabbit hole. Woo! Okay. All right. Well, I'm enjoying myself. I hope you're having a good, what is today? Tuesday. Today's Tuesday. It's a busy day for me, actually. But I had to take some time out to discuss David Shurter's latest video. And for those, and I don't know, I'll show you in a minute here, but I haven't, let me do it. I'll go back with the share. Let me take myself out of here. All right, look at that. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. I know that's coming up soon on the 14th. So you'll all be able to buy chocolates and, share flowers and hearts and everything and be disappointed. I'm just kidding. Really. I'm sure that I've had a good Valentine's Day or two in my life too as well. No, I sound probably really, really tainted because it's just a reason to spend a lot of money and keep the economy going. That's not the right one. And keep the economy going. But really, seriously, happy Valentine's Day, because it is a day of love, and we don't have enough love in our hearts. And David Shurter can't stop saying, "Fill your hearts with love. Fill your hearts with love." Okay, so getting to David Shurter. Here we go. Let me just share the screen here. He's wearing his bow tie. I got a really good song for his bow tie. Let's wait before we start. Let me play my bow tie song. The one that, well, maybe the song doesn't have bow tie in it. And that's the man bun one. But I just feel like playing this really quick. Let's play this really quick. Here we go.
Butcher knife steps in, wearing my man bun, thinking I'm a G-man, dreaming the pig pen. Nobody has fun until I'm done. Bro, butcher knife steps on, wearing my man bun, another restraining order. Scum, bro. 2, 3, 4, 5 hit whip. Butcher knife steps son, don't need gun. I will cycle pump you till you done another restraining order. Fun. Yeah. Butcher knife stepson, wearing my man bun. People say I'm scum. I'm done. Butcher knife stepson, thinking this is fun. Butcher knife stepson, wearing my man bun. Thinking I'm a G-man, dreaming the pig pen. Nobody has fun until I'm done. Butcher knife stepson, wearing my man bun. Another restraining orders. Go. 2, 3, 4, 5 hit whip. Butcher knife stepson.
Hi, Siren. Nice to see you here. So welcome, Dave dressed up. Yeah, Dave dressed up. Dave is worried. Happy Chocolate Day. Yeah, I love chocolates. Me too. Yeah, I like having dark chocolates. I heard that drinking red wine, like a Cabernet Sauvignon, and having dark chocolate had anti-aging properties. And I say, bring it on. Okay. Now, sorry about that. Yeah, isn't that pretty? Chocolates when we talk about a grifting GoFundMe, a grifting fake satanic ritual abuse survivor. I don't know if he was really ritual, I'm not saying that I don't believe that satanic ritual abuse doesn't exist. And even if he was a survivor on some capacity, what is happening right now is David is using his GoFundMe to slander and defame people and in effect their algorithm and their business. He's using his blog to do the same thing, and he's using his YouTube channel. And let's say it looks like, or it appears that it can definitely be speculated that there are people who pay him to defame and harass people on the internet. Even though when you look at David, in my opinion, his behavior, his ability to the way his story goes all over the place, he may not be mentally okay. He says he's on disability for PTSD. So he says he's on disability. He's had several restraining orders, one of which I have played the court footage of it, where because he believed that his neighbors were involved with the CIA or the government and were giving directed energy weapons to him, he posted their license plate. He posted their home, that he was making weird comments about his baby, their 1-year-old, and he was given a restraining order for all three, including the 1-year-old. And David is right now continuously lying about it and saying some pretty heinous things about me that involve with child trafficking, of which another woman named Sarah Rachel Adams has been going on about with him on this. So he's doing it, but he has other people also sharing the defamation. Okay. So the latest is that I gave him a copyright strike for using my thumbnail of my last video, pointing out the fact that he changed his GoFundMe. He extended it, saying that he was raising money for a laptop, when really he already was given a laptop by his ex-moderator. And so the update is today that he had a long conversation with a real human on YouTube about me. He's thanking me for having this happen, and that now I'm under some sort of much deeper investigation by YouTube. And he's also posted on his blog about it, which is hilarious, by the way, and we are going to get to that in just a second. So let me play this for you. I'm going to play just a little bit of it. This is part of the setup. Oh, and before I do this, let me change the banner here. Okay, let's change the banner. Oh no, that's not it. Here we go. This is fair use, and we are educating the public about David Shurter's libelous statements for his GoFundMe and his dishonesty in his GoFundMe, raising for things or items that he already possesses. All right, so let's go.
Okay. This will be an interesting one. Some interesting stuff has happened. So I owe Terry Joyce a thank you, because her going after my channel, saying that I broke a copyright when the picture was simply of a laptop computer with my face and my name on the meme, and she said that I broke copyright, that she owned copyright to that. I ended up finally connecting to an actual real person.
Okay, and we're going to look at his blog, which it is obvious it's not a real person. And I'm going to tell you, trying to find a real person on YouTube to actually, they don't just, when you do copyright, and you respond to them, like let's say you get an email for them and you respond to them and you send them an argument. It has to be a legal argument, right? A legal argument with cases or examples or reasons why it's a copyright, why he's innocent of not using my thumbnail that I created, that I own the copyright in the video thumbnail of his stream. That is a copyright violation. So he would have to write to get any pass, because YouTube doesn't care about this other stuff that he's going to end up talking about. Anyway, let me stop. I don't let me over explain this. I'm going to stop myself from over explaining it. All right, here. Let's continue.
At YouTube. And so in connecting to a real person at YouTube, I was able to have a conversation.
I mean, he couldn't even wait till his hair dried today. He's like, I got to tell everybody that Terry Joyce is now under investigation by the YouTube legal department. The YouTube legal department does not investigate people for harassment or whatever. You can report videos for that, but the legal department is concerned about copyright. You're dealing with copyright legal department. That even if he did talk to a human, that human is going to go, sir, I realize that you may have other allegations, but this is not the department to talk about this with. And David, I don't know in the video if he calls anybody on the phone. You cannot call anybody on the phone on YouTube. Even they're at Team YouTube that you can ask them questions to is a bot. People, we are living in an AI society where it's becoming more difficult to speak to a human being. Every month it gets worse. Everything is like, is it real or is not real? Is it a person or not person? Did you not look at Adam Camacho's AI Grift Patrol channel? Look at it. He has documentaries of looks like a real person doing the narration of his documentary with an English accent, and it's completely done by AI. We're at the point where if you there is software now that was developed at Fresno State that if you wanted to, there's like a writer or somebody who was a historian to the Japanese internment camps here at what used to be the Fresno Fairgrounds here during the war, during the bombing of Pearl Harbor, and he is passed away now, but you can actually hear him speak, sounding like him, looking like him, and the student can ask questions and he can answer them back in real time as if it was really happening. Okay? So when David says, oh, I'm having this conversation with YouTube, seriously not, all right? Now, when it does come to these kind of contracts and you get into doing a contract like this, first AI will scan it. And if it needs more information, it will say, can you show me more information? And you give it back. And then you start actually really having a conversation with somebody. But you will see it's so weird. Apparently his blog that he, gets all these, 20,000 views, because I think the screenshot in his thumbnail is, some sort of stat from his blog and how well his blog is doing of defaming us and harassing us. My bullying is what he's saying is getting tons of views. You should fear me. That's what he wants me to think, or us to think, or people to think, so that they will keep giving him money to his GoFundMe for a laptop that he does not need, that was already given to him by his ex-moderator Sherilyn, who is on such a tight budget that she actually paid monthly until it was paid off because she wanted to help him. And okay, but now he's crowdsourcing for another laptop. He already got a brand new laptop. Already got it.
The law department. And you can go into the description and click on that link and read the whole description of everything that I had, the whole conversation with YouTube, their legal department.
Yeah, we're going to take a look at it, David. Trust me. We're going to take a look at your conversation with the legal department.
I believe that it's all of that is the whole reason why I had 20,000 people on my website yesterday. Because I bet that the legal department at YouTube has realized that not only did Terry Joyce not own a copyright rights, my face and my name, but I said that I didn't appreciate YouTube hosting.
David, let me ask you something. Have you not seen like memes of Trump with his face and his name? I mean, okay, so I could do a thumbnail of Trump with his name and the title in it, and once I publish it and put it on my YouTube channel, I own the copyright. You're no different than Donald Trump, all right, David? Now, maybe if you were not on YouTube and a public personality with a book published and a blog called davidshurter.com, you could have gotten me for privacy, but not for this, because you are a public personality, David Shurter. Okay? Just like you have titled this video. Let's look at it. You titled this video, Terry Joyce, the YouTube legal department is looking at all the threats against me. This is misleading. This is defamation, and there's no truth to it. So you're telling the public that I am so bad when I have a monetized channel. I'm selling products on YouTube now in their Google affiliation program. I can accept super chats and super thanks. Now my rabbit hole is on all kinds of different platforms. You're talking about me and you're making it look like I did something to violate YouTube so that I'm being investigated, when all I did was claim a copyright strike against you, which was well within my right. David. Okay. But let's continue.
A group posting terroristic threats to a victim of child trafficking. And I am a victim of child trafficking.
I have never done that to you, David, ever. I've never posted any type of content about you like that on my YouTube channel. If I did, I would be violating the community guidelines, and whatever I posted or said would have already been removed, wouldn't it, by now, David, right?
+15 years on YouTube. That's all I've been focused on. And yet they're hosting videos where they're showing me being lynched with the song.
Okay, I have nothing to do with any of this, all right? None of it. But the way he says it, it sounds that way, right? And then David says, oh, they always find the worst pictures of me and they put it out there. Well, it's the other way around, David. It's hard to find a good frame of you to put in a thumbnail. Okay. Matter of fact, the frame of one of your videos that I did take and remove the background on and put in the laptop of yourself in just like I did in this. David, I don't know, maybe he doesn't watch me or something like that, but maybe someone should tell David Shurter that this thumbnail is a new thumbnail that I created, that if he puts it on his channel as his thumbnail, I'll copyright strike him again. Okay, David? Because if I was doing something wrong with your conversation that you had with YouTube, your thumbnail would be back. Your video would be back. Your video would be restored. If you had made a counter notice claim that was valid, we would see your video back, but it isn't, is it? Right. Okay. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of break. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to take a little bit of break here on Not My Rabbit Hole. Hey, Baba Yaga. Baba Yaga. Got Baba Yaga Waffen. I need to add more sounds. This is fun. We'll be right back with more Not My Rabbit Hole. All right, so I am gonna play another song. Let me stop that. All right. I'm gonna play another song. What should I play? What should I play? What should I play today? I know. This one would be great.
I wish that I could know why you decided to show, why you didn't just go, why you still call her Jane Doe. She was 13, not yet 16, not even a tween. Friends said it would be funny if she met Epstein. He got a gig for the weekend, said she could bring a friend, said he needed someone who looked young, a blonde and a wig. And she thought it was harmless, so she went with a friend, and her friend thought it was harmless, so she went with a friend. And her friends thought it was harmless, so she went with a friend. And they said they all met a nice man, and his name was Prince Andrew. And she thought he was harmless, so she went with her friend. And her thought he was harmless, so she went with her friend. And Katie thought he was harmless, so she went with her friend. And she met a girl named Katie Johnson, and she looked just like me. And they thought it was harmless, so they went with their friend. And I thought it was harmless, so I went with my friend. And Katie thought it was harmless, so she went with her friend. And she thought it was harmless, so she went with her friend. And Katie thought it was harmless, so she went with her friend. And she thought it was harmless, so she went with her friend. And Katie thought it was harmless, so she went with her friend. And her friend's friend thought it was harmless, so she went with her friend. And she thought it was harmless, so she went with her friend. And she thought it was harmless, so she went with her friend. And Katie thought it was harmless, so she went with her friend. And her friend's friend thought it was harmless, so she went with her friend. And she thought it was harmless, so she went with her friend. And she thought it was harmless, so she went with her friend. And Katie thought it was harmless, so she went with her friend. And her friend's friend thought it was harmless, so she went with her friend. And she thought it was.
All right. Saint Germain in the membrane.
Saint Germain in the membrane. Insane is the end game.
Okay, anyway, that's enough of that. All right, so I want to go to David's blog. This is the big conversation. This is the big conversation with YouTube. Okay. Terry Joyce and the child traffickers involved with Sewertown are amped up to try to shut me up. So those who read yesterday's post, and look, this is like more threats from the same anonymous asswipe at 3:30 a.m. Okay, so today's YouTube live, David Shurter live. Yes, Terry Joyce, Sherilyn Shukta. Did DID, capital big DID, send me a laptop that I will never use, all capitalized, is at the bottom of this post. I have to redo this live because immediately after I did this live, I got this, my name, my image, defaming me. Interesting how, and this was like from the day before, but we might look at that later, but let's just keep going. It's just, that was linked from the day before, right? Okay. So here's this one. This so-called copyright at YouTube. This so-called copyrighted image has my name, my face, and is defaming me. The fact that she's able to claim copyright on an image she made with my name and my face, defaming me without my permission whatsoever, is ridiculous. Okay. Let's go back. And then there's and then I don't know if this is like the response or what, but this is what YouTube says. Hello. Thanks for contacting the YouTube copyright compliance team. If you believe your copyrighted content is being used without authorization, you may submit a copyright takedown notice through our web form, and there's a little link for it. You can find the requirements for copyrighted takedown requests and information about your copyright policy in our Copyright Center, hyperlinked. Please make sure that you've provided us with all of the required information in order to process your request. If you have concerns relating to harassment, your privacy, safety, or other abuse issues, please visit our Policy and Safety Hub. This is the now. As you go along, right? I'm just going to point this out, that you will see that is where David should have had the rest of his conversation with. Okay. So alternately, you may submit the complaint regarding other legal issues, including trademark and defamation. So YouTube is directing him someplace else to take this other matter. This is not a human. This is a kind of, as you can tell, it's a pat answer, because maybe whatever he's sending back to him, the bots or whatever, the crawlers or whatever, it's reading it, right? The AI is reading it and it's picking up certain words that David is no longer talking about copyright. He's talking about harassment and defamation. Okay. Now, I'm telling you, it's now apparently I think David is actually a Gen Xer. Or maybe he's on the very tip of being a boomer, but he is really behind on technology and AI and how the internet works. He really is. He's back in. I mean, I think he's existing like 10 years ago in what he does. You never see him do anything edited, really. I mean, you might see him do like using the template for YouTube or TikTok or something like that, where he changes his background or he knows how to swap out a background on a cell phone video stream. But you never see him edit or share this. Like, he doesn't do screen shares like this. He doesn't do panel shows. He's limited. Safety Hub, to help you better understand your situation and where to report such content. Alternately, you may submit. So this is the same thing. Thank you. Hello. Thank you for your message. Please provide either the URL of the relevant YouTube channel or the URL directly linking to the content you were referencing. Search terms, video titles, playlists, or channel names are not sufficient for identification. So they're asking him. So this is a conversation, okay, that David is saying that he's having with YouTube. To obtain a video URL, find the video on youtube.com, copy the URL from the address bar at the top, paste the link into your reply. So it's telling him like how to make this report that they think he's trying to make. And then he says, this is just the most recent. This has been going on for 2 years on your platform. So, so now he's just dumping. What is this here? Like, I don't know. I don't know if I can copy and paste that and go to what it is. Let me see. I'm curious about. No. Okay. No, I can't. I'm assuming these are my videos. That's what I think it probably is. Okay. I clicked on it. I didn't mean to. Let me see if I can. No, I guess I could probably. I could probably figure it out, but I don't want to take the time right now. I don't know. Should we? Should we take the time? I'm curious what that video is right there. Hold on. Yeah, I gotta figure it out. I'm gonna have to put it in. Just I won't be able to copy and paste it. But should I play music or should I just should we just do this? All right, so it is what is it? What is he saying there? Let me close that out. To make tabs. HTTPS. Okay, HTTPS semicolon / www dot. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's probably the first part of it. YouTube.com. Okay, here we go. YouTube.com. Wait. .com /live / dy dirom hyphen dirom. Yeah, that is what it is. Because it popped up. I think. CC. Wait. Just make sure. C capital DD. Yeah. Holy crap. He is he's playing he linked my video of him. Yeah, let me show it. Yeah. Yeah, it goes to my video that I claimed a copyright on. Yeah. This is what he's saying. That yeah, it's me talking about him. Right? Okay, so he's linking it back to them. Okay, wait. I wasn't showing you that. I was looking at it. So it's me talking about him. This is the video. Okay. Repeating him talking about his laptop. But the thumbnail for it is what I'm not, you can't see the thumbnail because I'd have to pull out of it. But the thumbnail is what I'm reporting. Okay. Anyway, enough about that. Enough about that. Okay. Here. Wait, what am I want? There it is. All right, so this is just the most recent. This has been going on for 2 years. So he's sending the same video that I gave him a copyright on for using my thumbnail, the one that I used for this video. And then there's something else here. I'm not going to look for that one. 2 years. Actually, it's been going on with him for 3 years. All right. It's more than it, I mean, it's the other way around, but he makes it along with posting videos of me being lynched on your site and my house blowing up and burning down on my site. These are her friends. So I get a copyright strike because she makes a picture with my name and my face defaming me, but these child traffickers who are directly connected to the Jeffrey Epstein BS, I might add, can do whatever the fuck they want to me. And you guys seem to be fine with it. So this is his conversation with YouTube. This is not a telephone conversation. This is a conversation with the legal department of where you make a copyright claim. So get a copyright strike. So I get a copyright strike because she makes a picture with my name and my face defaming me, but these child traffickers who are directly connected to the Jeffrey Epstein. Okay, I read that part. And then he's saying there's a screenshot of I guess he's saying he's celebrating, he's showing receipts, and he is apparently that incriminates me somehow. And then YouTube says, hello, thank you for your message. If you believe you have a copyright claim to the content in question, you may submit a copyright infringement notification. If appropriate, you may submit a complete complaint regarding other legal issues, including trademark and defamation. Sincerely, the YouTube team. This is a bot. So he sends this at, what time does he send this at? Okay, so this is like 12:50 p.m., right? He sends this, and he goes on. It looks like the timestamp is 12:50 p.m., and at 12:01 a.m., this is YouTube's response. Hello, thank you for your message. If you believe you have a copyright claim to the content in question, you may submit a copyright infringement notification. If appropriate, you may submit a complaint regarding other legal issues, including trademark and defamation. Sincerely, the YouTube team. Then, at 1:11 a.m., and he has an attachment now. What I want to know is, how can you give me a strike over copyright? Okay, that's David responding at 1:11 a.m. What I want to know is how you can give me a strike over copyright when Terry Joyce used my face and my name in her copyright, and he's got quotation picture, and she didn't have any rights to use to use my name, my face, or my name. It seems as if you were okay with perps going after victims of child trafficking. I'm going to publish this on my blog /davidshurter.com, and I already have a lawyer who's interested in taking this on. Are you gonna David, are you gonna crowdsource for that too? I'm just curious. I've complained to you repeatedly, and I always get the runaround. But the child traffickers, she got my live taken down 30 minutes after I published that live. The fact your company supports child traffickers is disgusting. I'm just going to publish this entire live. The fact your company supports child traffickers is disgusting. I'm going to publish this entire exchange, unless, of course, you guys are telling me you have a copyright to this email. I love that. That's, I'm just going to publish this entire exchange, unless, of course, you guys are telling me you have copyright to this email. It says to notify you by email. Consider yourself notified by the very email you provided. I'm a BCC, a bunch of news outlets, journalists, law officials, and politicians. It says to notify you by email. Consider yourself notified by the very email you provided. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm scrolling through it. So this is what it says. You consider yourself notified by the very email you provided. And I'm BCC, a bunch of news outlets, journalists, law officials, and politicians so they can see all of this exchange for themselves. No need to keep everything secret. Wouldn't you agree? And this is, David Shurter's conversation with the real human on YouTube. This is it, guys. You can't read. Like what pops up. You can't react with an emoji to a group. So somehow it's a group. Who else is included in this? It says to notify you. Okay, anyway. I didn't give Terry Joyce 7:27 a.m. I didn't give Terry Joyce permission to use my name. Yeah, YouTube thinks she owns the copyright to both. And Daniel Dowd, aka Pootie Twang, on YouTube, who has bragged about murdering my friend Owen on YouTube. On is capitalized. O-N on YouTube. Owen on YouTube. Just did another 5+ hour YouTube live about me. And YouTube is protecting these child traffickers while allowing them to openly decimate a victim of a child trafficking. And there's I'm sorry, David, but guess what? You're still using my thumbnail, but it's a screenshot, latest from my rabbit hole with Terry Joyce. So you got a notification, right? I mean, in order for you to have latest from Not My Rabbit Hole with Terry Joyce, you'd have to have a notification, meaning that are you a subscriber to Not My Rabbit Hole, David? Say it isn't so, dude. Okay, anyway, David Shurter extends his GoFundMe to crowdsource a... So he's showing all of my videos, latest from Not My Rabbit Hole. Fundraising. Oh, he is just upset. And you know what? I'm not lying about anything about any of this. None of this is a lie. Look at that one, the screaming one. None of this is illegal. Proof. And David Shurter's morning stream is gone. Guess. Oh, this is me. Poof. Poof, and David Shurter's morning stream is gone. Guess what? At David Shurter 1, the original thumbnail I created for my live stream last night about your ex-moderator buying and sending you a laptop from the store so you wouldn't be paranoid it had spyware. That thumbnail is my copyright. And then I did all caps. You do not have authorized use of it. And then I said, I am the original creator and copyright owner of the thumbnail image used in my reporting content. The thumbnail is an original visual work created by me, including unique composition, text design, and expressive elements. David Shurter used my thumbnail in his video without my permission, license, or authorization. This use is not transformative and does not qualify as fair use. The image was reproduced in full. See? Including unique composition, text design, and expressive elements. David Shurter used my thumbnail in his video without my permission, license, or authorization. This use is not transformative and does not qualify as fair use. The image was reproduced in full and used for the same illustrated purpose, not to comment on or critique the thumbnail itself. The unauthorized use substitutes for my original work, causes market and reputational harm, and falsely associates my copyrighted material with his content. I have not granted consent for this use, and no copyright exception applies. I'm requesting removal of the infringing content under YouTube's copyright policies. Okay? That is what I sent to YouTube. That is why YouTube removed his video. All right. Okay. And red circles. Well, I've seen people. I've seen somebody do red circles before. I've seen red, circles. Ooh, David red and I said that media law class is really paying off for me. It's good to get a degree. Yeah. I got a degree. I understand copyright fairly well. I'm improving, I would say that. No, David, you're the abuser. See? Oh, look, it even got hyped. That really pissed him off, right? That video. David Shurter extends his GoFundMe to crowdsource a laptop. Hyped, David. Hyped. That was hyped, baby. It was hyped. Hype me, baby. Thank you for the hype, whoever that was. Here, GoFundMe from hell. David Shurter's defamation for donations campaign part 1 is restreaming now on Not My Rabbit Hole. Watch now here. Rumble and X libelous slander for donations. Yes, David. I have proof to back my claims. David, real receipts. Oh, the short-sightedness of the greedy. Fresh lies. David grifts for a laptop. We should watch a little bit of that. Because oh, the short-sightedness of the greedy. Fresh lies. David, so yeah, he's that really got him. He wants promotion. Here you go. I'm so appreciative of the shout out on your video, lover. Please show them my videos. Channel name you. I love you, Pootie. Hey, lover. And then that's going on. David Shurter, IMO. Anonymous never threatened you. Captain Apu. So here's all the mentions from Pootie Twig. Okay, and then we get into his own, the stuff that I would really prefer not to show. Okay, so we're going to take a really quick break, and we are going to go back to, we're going to play a little bit of Daniel Dowd. We'll be right back. This song is dedicated to David Shurter.
Don't take home to mother.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna play a little bit of Daniel Dowd here. And he makes some pretty interesting observations about David Shurter's laptop. And I thought, well, since he got shared in the blog, it must there's there's a reason why David doesn't like it. So we're doing fair use. Daniel Dowd. Here we go for a little more laptop evidence. Yay, laptop evidence. Let's laptop evidence. Let's go there. All right, here we go.
New format. I'm just gonna start posting the link to your video that you're doing, David, that this is in response to, so that we can track the goodness later.
Redo this live because Terry Joyce already got the video I just finished a half an hour ago. It's 12:15, about a half an hour ago. She got taken down because the picture that she did with my face and my name defaming me, she claimed that was copyrighted. So I guess she has a fucking copyright to my face.
Yep.
She has a copyright to my name.
Yep.
So of course I contacted YouTube and argued. But let me just repeat myself, because that's what she didn't want. She is telling the truth. Sherilyn did send me, my old moderator did send.
David, we know. Here, David, let me point something.
So weird that he says that he claims that I was guilty of defamation by my thumbnail, but that he admits that it was true that Sherilyn did send him a laptop. Like, that just completely contradicts everything.
Now, I'm gonna point something out real hardcore to you, brother. Okay? I'm gonna point it out. It should be really obvious. Right? I'm gonna be quiet. But I've been saying this shit the entire time you've been doing live streams. You say it's in a box. It's not even plugged in. It's not even working, right? But in the middle of you making these statements about the laptop, David Shurter, Daniel Ryan Down, want to point out to everybody listening, it's about to get really fucking loud, because I want you to hear something very particular that keeps going off in the background while he's talking. He does all these live streams from his cellular phone, right? So he's got his cell phone set up. He's doing his live stream, okay? If I were to use my cell phone to allow you to look around, right? You could end up seeing this monitor. You could end up seeing that monitor. You could even end up seeing that monitor. Okay? Well, David, this one over here is a different device than the computer. So that's technically a laptop. And mine doesn't just sit all day and go, snitching on me every time I'm trying to lie to the internet. But yours does.
And me the truth, because that's what she didn't want. She is telling the truth. Sherilyn did send me, my old moderator did.
What was that? What was that, David? What was that noise? What was that noise that just happened?
Did send me a supposed brand new Hewlett-Packard laptop. She's on disability. She lives with a family member because she can't afford rent, and she's on food.
Oh, what are you, better than her or something, David? I don't think so.
Because that's what she didn't want.
Let's just listen to that.
She is telling the truth. Sherilyn didn't argue copyright defaming me. She claimed that was my name. Defaming me. She claimed that was copyright.
It's almost like
I'm sorry. Had my mic off for a second. You guys heard that, right? You heard the ding, right? Let's go back. You heard it. That I guess I don't want to go back that far. You heard the ding. You're going to hear it again. That is the sound of his laptop. That is the sound that a laptop makes when you have when you've opened a file or it's a notification noise. It's from that's not coming from his phone. That is coming from his laptop. And I've heard that noise and noticed it before several times. I go, he has a laptop, because I've actually stopped my video when I was playing on my laptop or whatever and wondering if I had something open on my computer that I needed to shut down, because I've heard that ding more than once over time on his videos. He is lying, everybody. David Shurter is lying and grifting and taking your money.
the laptop knows you're lying.
Defaming me. She claimed that was
Did you hear it? That's a laptop.
copyrighted. Defaming me. She
That-
claimed that was
That is a laptop noise, my friend.
name. Defaming me. She claimed that was copy name. Defaming me. She claimed that was copy name. Defaming me.
David, you don't need a laptop. You need to figure out what's wrong with the computer you keep sitting next to that makes all that fucking hubbubaloo while you're talking that we can all hear.
An hour ago, it's 12:15, about a half an hour ago, she got taken down because the picture that she did with my face and my name defaming me, she claimed that was copyrighted. So I guess she has a fucking copyright to my face. She has a copyright to my name. So of course I contacted YouTube and argued. But let me just repeat myself, because that's what she didn't want.
Just in case. That noise isn't loud enough for everybody to hear.
She is telling the truth. Sherilyn did send me, my old moderator did send
When he said, my old moderator, there's another one, David.
me a supposed brand new Hewlett-Packard laptop. She's on disability. She lives with a family member because she can't afford rent, and she's on food stamps. But she could afford to go out and just...
David, let me be really, really fucking real with you right now. You need to shut your fucking mouth about other people's finances, how they get finances, if or if not they can pay.
Okay, so I just wanted to show that so that you could get a feel for the liar that David Shurter is. Thank you so much, Daniel Dowd, for doing that video. Job well done. All right. That concludes this episode of Not My Rabbit Hole. If you like, please like, share, hype. Check out my products that I'll have attached later on. Thank you for tuning in live. I'll catch you next time. Whoops. Wow. I almost was gone, but not quite. Well, we're going to go now. Bye, everybody.
He ain't no Saint Germain, no crown, no name. He plays the game, sharp as a flame. Who's to blame for the stolen fame? A shadow dance in the devil's frame. Caught in a rabbit hole, losing control, spinning wild on a stripper pole. Laughing loud all for the lows, but baby that's not my rabbit hole. City lights and sirens scream, truth and lies blend like a dream. Wicked smiles, a clever scheme, chasing gold in the neon gleam. Go in the rabbit hole, losing control, spinning wild on the stripper pole. Laughing loud all for the lows, but baby that's not my rabbit hole. Fast, can't find the ground, echoes of chaos all around. You chose this dance, this mad parade, but not every choice gets accolades. Go in the rabbit hole, losing control, spinning wild on the stripper pole. Laughing loud all for the lows, but baby that's not my rabbit hole. Laughing loud all for the lows, but baby that's not my rabbit hole. City lights and sirens scream, truth and lies blend like a dream. Wicked smiles, a clever scheme, chasing gold in the neon gleam. Going down the rabbit hole, losing control, spinning wild on the stripper pole. Laughing loud all for the lows, but baby that's not my rabbit hole.